The overwhelming fear for the entrance exam that I missed was slowly subsiding. I was sitting on the floor and looking at the books around me. Luckily, most of the students were taking the exam, and no one could see me crying. After some time, I calmed down and wiped away my tears. It's no use crying over spilt milk. I'll wait till the exam is finished, and I'll ask to speak with the professor. It must have been somebody's inadvertent mistake. I picked up my books and notes from the floor and headed to the vending machine. The candies were giving me some kind of comfort, and that's when I saw Mizuki. Hey, Mizuki. Please tell me you weren't at the exam. Because the system is down and your application didn't go through. I'm not the only one who stood up, right?
What happened to you? You look like you've been running away from someone. Take it easy. Take a deep breath and tell me what's going on.
I'm upset, Mizuki. I'm sorry. How did your exam go? Did you do well?
Yeah, I'm sure I did well. I finished everything before the time ran out. And I thought for a second whether I should stay and check my answers. But then I decided to go out and treat myself to some candy.
Oh, at least you're eating candy for the right reason. I'm only eating it because I'm upset.
That's because you're worried about the outcome of the exam. I totally understand you.
No, Mizuki. I didn't even take the entrance exam.
But why? I know how long you were preparing for that.
It was all in vain, Mizuki. My name was not on the applicants list. I'll wait until the exam's over, and then I'll try to talk to the professor again.
I'm so sorry. I'm sure it's just some mistake and they'll make it right. Don't worry.
Mizuki's voice was so soothing that it almost made me believe that my problem was gonna be... She gave me a hug and tried to comfort me, and I hugged her back. Thanks, Mizuki. It's nice to hear some positive thoughts at a moment like this.
I know. We must stay positive at all times. Life's nice and easy, and this is just a little bump on the road. Always remember that. Let your thoughts radiate high vibrations, never low.
Akiko came to college to hear our thoughts about the entrance exam, and she didn't expect to find me in the hall so early.
Hello! I knew the two of you would be the first to finish all the questions.
Hello, Akiko. Well...
Hi. I didn't take the exam. I explained everything to Akiko, and she was on the verge of barging into the classroom, dragging the professor out and interrogating him.
So you're just gonna sit here and wait until someone decides to listen to what you have to say?
Of course, I'm not gonna sit on this problem and wait until it solves itself.
That's right! You're thinking positively.
Come on now, what are you waiting for?
Just a second. I have to think about what I'm gonna say. The exam had just finished and the professor left the classroom. It was time to make a move.
I think that's the professor who was supervising your exam. Go! What are you waiting for?
Girls, let's go together. Be my support.
Of course!
Are you sure that's the right thing to do?
Yeah, Mizuki. I need to confront the system.
Wait for me then. We're gonna get expelled from college before we even got the chance to enroll.
I tried to talk to the professor, but he didn't want to do so much as stop. Akiko got even more upset, so she stood right in front of him. The professor tried to walk past her, and then he ran into Mizuki. He turned around and saw me standing right face to face with him. He didn't have anywhere else to go. He had to listen to what I had to say. He promised to check my application, and he took my personal information. I sighed with relief.
There you go. Now you can do whatever you want. I should have come with you to the exam. I wouldn't have let him prevent you from taking that exam.
It's easy for you to say, Akiko. I still wouldn't like him to have it in for me since the very first day.
It's also not fair that you missed the entrance exam. I only hope all this will end well for you.
I said goodbye to Akiko and Mizuki. since the two of them had to stay at college. I was passing near the street where Katsumi lived, and I thought I could check what he was doing. But then I remembered I didn't have my phone with me. I put everything aside because of the entrance exam. I even forgot that Katsumi was supposed to find my cell phone. I may as well check that while I'm here. I made a turn into Katsumi Street and came across Rokuro and him. They were standing by the entrance to Katsumi's building and talking about something. I'll let them finish their talk. Maybe they'll see me then.
Thank you so much for the offer, Rokuro. But I can't do that.
Why are you acting all so nice now? I live closer, so I'll bring her the phone.
Absolutely not.
They're talking about me. I can't listen to that without meddling in.
Trusted me with it, so I'll give it to her personally.
All right, Katsumi. Give me back my phone then.
Here you go.
Thank you. Tell me, how did you manage to find it?
Just like I assumed. Somebody called and said that the phone was waiting for me at the metro station's info point. But in order to take it, I had to hand over the phone that ended up in your hands because of the unfortunate turn of events.
Do you believe him?
Yes, I believe Katsumi. Why wouldn't I?
What do I do now? It all sounds a little unbelievable to me.
I told you everything that happened. You two think whatever you like.
You can't blame us for not trusting you like we used to.
I'd like you to have a little faith in me, Rokuro. I have no intention of lying to my friends.
That's nice to hear. Excuse me now, I have to call my mom. She's not gonna be happy when she hears the bad news.
Bad news? What bad news?
Wait a minute. You're coming from college just like us. How did the entrance exam go?
There was no exam for me. I told them everything that happened and that Akiko stood up for me. Rokuro and Katsumi were convinced that things were gonna go in my favor and that I shouldn't be upset. I stepped aside and called Mom.
For goodness sake! Why haven't you been answering your phone for so long?
Hey, Mom. Sorry, I put it on silent because of the exam.
So how did you do at the exam? With the score like yours, you could have been admitted to any college. You know that.
Mom, I didn't take the entrance exam. There was a mistake and my name wasn't on the list, but I'll take care of that.
Oh, is that so? Honey, that only means you shouldn't enroll at the police academy. That's really a dangerous occupation.
Mom, I'm not gonna give up on my dreams.
Just think it through, okay? Your father would have been alive now if he had chosen a different occupation.
Mom, I know this is neither the time nor the place, but I want you to finally tell me how Dad died. Why is it that you don't want to forgive him?
Seriously? You want to discuss this over the phone?
Yes. I want you to tell me everything now. You always avoid talking about Dad, and you know how I need to talk about him.
Wait a second, will you?
Mom went to find a quiet corner to talk. I believe it was easier for her to talk about it when I wasn't around, because she didn't want me to see her crying. Sometimes I wonder if she would rather cry or burst with rage, knowing she can't turn back time.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, Mom, I'm listening.
I'll try to explain.
I moved aside and listened to what Mom was telling me, and I wasn't interrupting her.
Your father was advancing fast in his career because he was committed and honestly dedicated. He was even so committed so that he forgot about his family. The police inspector job was fulfilling him and making him happy. But it was also making my life difficult. I would sit by the front door every night, wondering if he'd be back. And one night, it happened. He never came back. I didn't hear his heavy footsteps as he was walking into our apartment. I didn't hear him slowly closing the door, paying attention not to wake us up. Instead of him, his partner knocked on the door. One look at him was enough to tell me what had happened. Your father was an honorable man, and he wanted to help a woman in trouble. She was held hostage. He didn't have to do that, but he thought he should do it anyway, because he was in charge of the case of a missing person. He wasn't trained for that kind of situation. It was an impulse or an urge for greater acknowledgement. I'm not sure what it was. That's why I find it difficult to accept the entire situation. The fact that he wasn't thinking about us at that moment breaks my heart. That's the whole story.
Mom, thank you. I promise you that I'm not going to rush into any danger, and that I'll think well about everything I do.
All right, my honey. Do whatever makes you happy, but make wise decisions.
I will, Mom.
I miss your father every day.
I miss Dad too, and when I do something he loved, I feel closer to him. That's why I'll never give that up.
Now you're gonna make me cry. I can't. I'm sorry.
I love you, Mom. Don't you worry about me.
I love you too, my one and only child. See you later at home.
Rokuro and Katsumi saw that talking to my mom made me sad. I wasn't in the mood for crowds. I only needed comfort and a hug from my boyfriend. That's why I didn't go straight home afterwards. I couldn't wait to be alone with my boyfriend and to feel comforted. If I had gone home, I would have been thinking only about my failure.
We're finally alone. Let's lie down and relax.
I need your hug. He jumped on the couch and spread his arms, inviting me to join him. He wanted me to rest my hand on his chest. I was listening to his heartbeat, with my eyes closed and enjoying the moment. He was caressing my hair and neck when his fingers started slowly sliding towards my shoulders. He moved the neckline of my blouse aside and kissed me on the shoulder. That caused a pleasant sensation of chills throughout my whole body.
Oh, my kiss gave you shivers. Should I go on?
Yes, please. Don't stop. It feels so nice.
I asked for no particular reason. I wouldn't stop ever, not even if my life depended on it.
Show me what you have in mind, honey. His gentle hand slided down my blouse while he was kissing me. I shivered from his tender touches and suspense. I sat on top of him and slowly unbuttoned my blouse. Without letting him touch me, I was kissing his lips and getting lower. My hair was going all over his face, his chest and belly. He was smiling and enjoying. In his company, I forgot about all my problems, and I didn't even know where I was anymore, or how many hours went by. After a while, I finally noticed the constant vibration of my phone. Honey, Akiko is in some kind of trouble and she needs my help. You won't mind if I call her?
Of course not. I had you all for myself, and I'm more than satisfied.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, but now is the time to feed this beast. I'll order some food while you're on the phone with Akiko.
Alright, I'm starving. The next morning, I woke up later than usual because my need for sleep was practically beyond control. I got up and went to the bathroom. On my way there, I stepped on the books and notes, which I'd thrown on the floor in a moment of rage the previous night. I saw my father's photo on the floor too and felt sorry. I picked it up, kissed it, and put it back into its place. Father, I'll give my best to enroll at the police academy, even if I have to take a year off. I'm not gonna give up. That's not successful people's traits. You used to say that. I checked my cell phone and saw a new email saying I was invited to see the dean of my college. Awesome! They must have realized their mistake. Not everything is lost. I'm going there right away. I got ready as fast as I could and headed toward the metro station. Later that day, the conversation with the dean mostly consisted of him talking with me and nodding at what he was saying. Supposedly, they received an email in which I was informing them that I was withdrawing my application. I couldn't say anything in my defense, as I was completely shocked at what I heard. They promised to send me that email so I could see it with my own eyes. But how could that happen? Nobody had access to my account. Maybe somebody made a joke hoping nobody would take it seriously. Then I remembered to check my cell phone and try to find the sent email. Normally, I'd delete old mail, but it was surely worth it. Oh no! I found the sent email. No, I didn't do this. This was done by someone who had access to my phone. Who is responsible for this? And what if Mom did that? It could have easily been her. She keeps telling me I could have enrolled in any other college. But still, there's no way she could know my lock screen password. In the end, I thought that I could only lose my friends if I decided to make snap judgments. Chances were that none of them were responsible, and that someone else was behind that sabotage. I wasn't in the mood for saying my book. I went straight home determined to face each one of them.
can't believe it occurred to her that I may have been messing like that. I'm disappointed. I understand her. I gave them too many reasons to have doubts in me. I'm gonna make up for that no matter what.
Katsumi checked the email I forwarded him and saw the date and time that it was sent. He then remembered it was the day when we were all at his place, and that I reported that incident at the metro station.
That's it! That proves the fact that it wasn't me who sent that from her phone, but somebody else. Instead of finding a way to return the phone, that someone decided to take revenge. But how could they unlock the phone?
Katsumi soon got an answer to all his questions. He received a call that shook him to the bone.
Hello?
Have you changed your mind, little boy? Do you see what I'm capable of doing to your friends?
Who's this? What do you want from me and my friends?
I want you to take seriously everything I tell you. Give us everything you got about Chatlinx, or else we are gonna ruin the lives of everyone you...
No, I'm not gonna let that happen. Leave my friends alone. They have nothing to do with it.
If you want me to leave them alone, then do what we ask. We wouldn't like to do anything to your cute little...
Alright, I'll do what you want.
Good boy. Our mating point will be sent to you soon.
Damn it! The blackmailers targeted her for no reason whatsoever. I have to protect her and my friends. I have to!
Katsumi seemed insulted because I doubted him. But all the facts pointed at him. I wouldn't blame him if he decided not to talk to me ever again. However, he decided he'd make it up to me. Within the next hour, he showed up at my door. Visibly upset and short of breath, he asked me to listen to him. I'm listening, Katsumi. It has to be something important if you had to come here.
It is. I wouldn't have come to the other part of the city in the middle of the night for nothing. I know who's behind the sabotage of you getting into the police academy.
Katsumi showed me the timestamp on the email and told me that it had happened when I had been at his place. The person who did that was the same person who was blackmailing Katsumi.
It's obvious the blackmailers won't give up until they pull out some more information from me. I'm afraid they're ready to get their revenge on me through my friends.
Everything's gonna be okay, Katsumi. They can't do anything to us if we stick together.
I knew you'd understand me. I'm not gonna sit and do nothing. I won't let it happen again. I'll do anything they ask me to do, even if it gets me behind bars. Nobody should suffer because of me.
What are you going to do? Surrender to the police?
No, I'll give them what they want. And what happens next? I don't know.
Katsumi was truly sorry for his past mistakes. He was crushed and devastated. Mostly his mistake affected my life as well. I liked Katsumi as a friend, and I couldn't stay mad at him forever. But I couldn't forget how his reckless behavior affected my life.
Will you ever forgive me?
Katsumi, I already forgave you. We've been friends for a long time, and I believe your intentions were good. Anyway, you'll have to make it up to me, and I'm okay with that.
You're joking.
No, I'm serious. I expect you to help me explain to the dean I wasn't the one who withdrew my application for the entrance exam. Katsumi sat on the bed next to me and tried hugging me, but it ended with him just patting my back. Rokuro entered the room at that moment. His eyes were fixed on us. He asked,
Good evening, guys.
Hey, you're here already?
Yes, your mother let me in. She told me to keep it down because she went to bed. I see why she told me that. Your mom knew I'd find Katsumi here.
Rokuro, I know what it looks like, but don't worry. I'm here to offer my help, nothing else.
Sure. I appreciate you trying to fix things. Let me hear it. What's your suggestion?
Katsumi got up from the bed to make room for Rokuro, and he moved towards the wall. That cheered Rokuro up. He hugged me and kissed my forehead.
I know somebody at the campus who will help you make an appeal for retaking the entrance exam.
A student?
An assistant professor. He's on good terms with all the professors. He helped me get in, and I believe he'll do the same for you.
Just don't let it be some monkey business again.
As if I had a different solution. Give me his number.
His name is Tadaaki.
Katsumi sent me Tadaki's number and went home.
Katsumi decided to visit you this late from the other part of the city. He seems really shaken by your problem.
He should be. It would be a lot worse if he weren't interested in the consequences at all.
Are you relaxed now that you have someone at college to help you?
I don't know. I'll be relaxed when I get a second chance to take the exam.
Until then, I can offer you my lips and hands. You choose.
I want you to hold me and kiss me so I can forget all my problems.
I'd never say for myself I was a good kisser. But who am I to judge? I'm here to please you.
I like it. I'll get used to that.
But I have one condition. You can't fall asleep. I have some plans with you later.
I can't wait. His warm breath on my neck was enough for me. He pushed me to the bed, grabbed my arms, and lifted them above my head. He was lying above me, not letting me move. He moved lower and suddenly slowed down. He kissed me slowly and gently. Totally unexpected. Rokuro didn't stay long. He left home. The traces of his lips were all over my body. Remembering his soft kisses made me fall asleep easily and helped me get ready for the day after. The following day, I called Akiko to keep me company and walk with me. She attended the college a year longer than me, and she knew how things worked. Besides, she was much braver than me, and she wouldn't mind showing off her attitude. I myself felt confident next to Akiko. Akiko, thanks for coming with me today.
You don't have to thank me. You're my friend, and I'll support you always.
Same goes for me, Akiko.
It means a lot you asked me to come with you. Even though you could have asked your boyfriend to keep you company.
I don't think I'd make a good impression on the assistant or the professor if I brought my boyfriend with me.
You think I'd leave a better impression? Me, the loudmouth Akiko? You make me laugh.
I believe in you, Akiko. I know you won't say anything that would make my situation even harder.
Of course I won't. I'll make sure they don't lie to you or stall.
Great.
I know all the basics of the bureaucracy at the college.
Great. I don't know anything.
Tell me, what did Katsumi tell you? What should you do exactly?
He told me to make an appeal for retaking the entrance exam, to explain to them where the problem occurred, and to give the appeal to the assistant whose contact Katsumi gave to me.
Fine. Do you have everything you need?
Yes, no worries. Enough about my problems. Please change the subject. I can't do this anymore.
Surely, you're the one who has a richer love life than me. We could talk about that.
Oh no, you won't get away with that. I helped you with your online date. The least you could do is tell me some new juicy details.
Well, I'm afraid I got a bit carried away. It is a long-distance relationship after all. I'm more for that than he is.
What do you mean? Is he giving you the cold shoulder?
No, he just avoids sending me his picture. I don't even know what he looks like.
Oops, it could be anyone. He could even be a woman catfishing.
No.
Oh, I get it. You have no clue.
whether he's cute, handsome, etc.
I know the etc. part.
Dear God, Akiko, you're impossible. I wouldn't want to be a killjoy, but he could have Dumbo ears. Ask him to meet somewhere. He can't refuse the video chatting and meeting you forever.
It's stupid. I'll come out as desperate.
Don't say that. Why would you waste your time on somebody who has no time for you? Ask him.
Now?
You have nothing to lose.
That's right. You're here. You could help me come up with something to say to him.
Akiko opened Chatlinx and started thinking about what to write to her admirer. I gave her a couple of ideas, but Akiko would stay loyal to herself. She went all in. She had nothing to lose. We arrived at the appointed time and stood in front of the assistant Tadaki's office. I tried to appear calm, but my arms and legs refused to be still. Akiko noticed that. She grabbed me with both hands and made me take a deep breath so I could calm down.
Don't panic! You'll appear as insecure that way. You have to show you firmly believe in what you are saying.
Easy for you to say, Akiko. I'm new here and nobody's gonna take me seriously.
Everything's gonna be okay. You're not alone. If you start stammering, I'll jump in. Deal?
Deal. We waited a few minutes more and Tadaki finally came out of the office. I thought at first that he was a student, but then I heard other students talking to him politely. It was him. Akiko was nudging me and rushing me to approach him immediately, because the students left him alone for a couple of minutes.
Come on, go!
Wait a minute. I didn't think about what I want to say to him.
Introduce yourself for starters. Tell him Katsumi sent you.
I'll try. I approached Tadaki and tried drawing his attention because he was staring at his phone. Hello. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
What? The exam's over. When the professor grades the test, the results will be hung on the bulletin board.
I didn't wanna...
Oh, let me try! Good afternoon, Tadaki!
Tadaki looked at Akiko confusingly and turned pale. I almost laughed out loud. 'cause I thought Tadaki was afraid of Akiko. He gave Akiko another confused look, and then came to his senses and addressed us.
Good afternoon, girls. Do I know you?
I rushed to answer before Akiko, knowing that she'd say something harsh, no, but we have a friend in common, Katsumi. Akiko stood back and let me talk.
That's right. Katsumi told me you had a problem with the entrance exam, and I told him I'd gladly help you.
What do I have to do?
If we were to follow the rules, you'd have to write an appeal and submit it to the board. It'd take a month to reach the dean, and then you'd have to wait for another month to have it revised. I'm here so that appeal finds its rightful place on a shorter note.
And that's it? I can retake the entrance exam?
I can't promise you that. The only thing I can promise is I'll put in a good word for you, because I owe it to Katsumi.
That's great. Thank you.
You should thank Katsumi. If you could excuse me now.
Yes, of course. I gave him my appeal and thanked him again. He glanced at his phone and started walking down the hall, but it seemed that he suddenly changed his mind. Akiko and I were looking at him from a distance and talked about...
He's a lost cause.
He's lost completely. I wonder whether other students make fun of him as well.
For sure. Except if they were all lost as their teacher, then no.
Akiko's remark made me laugh and lifted my spirits. I felt a sudden relief. I had a feeling everything was gonna be alright.
I'm glad I made you laugh. Yes, everything's going according to plan. Look who's coming.
I see. Like the icing on the cake.
Like a cherry on top. That's all you need to get lost. You don't need me anymore. Hey!
My boyfriend was walking towards us, looking straight at me. He waved to Akiko and then kissed me in front of a bunch of other students. It was our first kiss in front of that many people. Akiko started protesting and drawing attention to herself.
Hi.
Hi, honey.
Somebody's in love. Come on, split up. You're not alone.
We're not doing anything wrong. Who could mind me hugging my boyfriend?
Oops, we made a boo-boo. Forgive us, please.
Fine. Do what you want. I'm just saying, professors don't like smooching around in the hallways.
Nobody saw us, Akiko. Don't worry.
Okay, you're a grown-up. You know what you're doing. If you'll excuse me now, my class is about to start. See you around, and good luck. Call me as soon as you have some news about the appeal.
I will. Bye.
Bye.
What are we gonna do now?
That's why I'm here. I wanted you to come with me for a walk. I wanted to show you a place where I go to find my peace.
That's just what I need. Let's go. We came to the park, which I used to visit almost every weekend. Something was different. Maybe it was his hand holding mine, and the infatuation what made the air warmer and trees greener. I was stunned by the sight of the park. I grabbed his hand, and we both ran to the bridge. Come on, don't be slow.
Take it easy, girl. We're not in a hurry.
I know, but I feel so alive. I could run across this garden 1,000 times.
You're in love, Missy.
I may be, but I'm not the only one. He kissed me and chased me down the garden. We stopped in the middle of the bridge. He stood behind me and put both of his arms around my waist. I looked at the calm pond below the bridge and saw our reflection. We made a cute couple. A few koi fish swam towards us and drew my attention. Koi fish brought good fortune. They were a symbol of love, as well as of strength and courage. He took a bag of fish food out of his pocket and spilled it over the water surface. A school of fish gathered around us. It was a magical sight.
Now you know why I like spending my free time here. I could spend hours watching this pond full of koi fish.
They're enchanting.
They surely are. The legend says that koi fish swim upstream. and up the waterfall to come to the Yellow River, where they turn into a dragon. That's what makes them special.
I'd never say you were a type of guy who'd spend his days like this, alone, in the park, lost in his thoughts. It seems like I'm just getting to know you.
I have so much to show you, but one step at a time. I want to know more about you. What's the thing that fulfills you? What do you long for? I want to know so I could give you everything you want.
You're full of surprises. Honey, you'll need a goldfish for that.
Let's imagine we have a goldfish. Make a wish.
I'd like to know what you wished for.
I'd like to know what your wish was, too.
I didn't make one yet.
I did, and I could give you a hint.
Come on, tell me. Don't leave me hanging.
Look at me. Tell me, what do you see?
I see a little devil who stole my heart, and who is now tempting me to open up to him.
It looks like my wish is already coming true. My heart is already open for you, and it's so close to you. You can feel it.
He took my hand and put my palm onto his chest. He let me feel his heart beating faster. He pressed his forehead onto mine and said in a soft voice that the moment were everything he had ever wanted and hoped for. He didn't have another wish, besides our hearts beating together as one. I closed my eyes and put my head on his shoulder, and I squeezed my hands into his pockets. We shared the love by standing with our arms intertwined, heart to heart. We crossed the bridge and continued walking around the garden. We sat on a bench and kissed, not minding all the people passing by. I suddenly felt him backing off and looking over my shoulder. He kissed me distractedly and confusedly. He was lost in thoughts. Hey, you! What's over there that's more interesting than me?
What? Who? Nobody.
You're strange. Did you see anyone you knew? My mom?
No, I didn't. I'm imagining.
Both of our phones buzzed and it distracted us. While I was reading my text, he got up and started saying goodbye to me.
It's late. I have to get going. I'm sorry I can't walk you home.
You're going? But we could have... Never mind. He ran away like somebody was chasing him. Never run after boys. That's what my granny used to say. Akiko was texting me constantly, and I couldn't answer any of her texts. She was furious. I scrolled through her text to the end. Oh no! Earlier that day, after talking with the blackmailer, Katsumi decided to take a risk and get back to work. He thought of some random excuse and went back to his desk. It was already late and almost all employees went home. He was fine with that, because that meant there wouldn't be many witnesses.
There has to be a way for me to change the existing data of the Chatlinx users, or to at least encrypt them. If I do that, the director won't notice that the data was downloaded from the network. The blackmailers would get the data, but when they try to open it on another computer, it will automatically become encrypted.
He typed in his password, but he couldn't log in. He panicked because he wasn't counting on that happening. He used all his attempts to log in, and he angrily pushed the keyboard away. Powerless to do anything, he put his elbows on the desk and buried his head in his hands. He sat like that until he felt someone's soft hands touching his hair.
Katsumi, are you all right? What are you doing here this late?
I'm fine, Mizuki. I just forgot to finish something urgent for your father. And I'm in trouble now.
You're not worried that much about work, are you? There's a solution for everything. Here, I'll help you.
Don't sweat about it. It's not your fault that I'm so irresponsible.
You're not irresponsible. Being here tells a lot about your intention to finish your work on time. My father appreciates that. Also, I've told him several times that you're the most loyal employee we have.
Oh, Mizuki, don't you think you're exaggerating a bit? I mean, I can be hardworking when I want to.
I'm not exaggerating, Katsumi. I stand by my words. I admire your intelligence and your ability to find your way out of any situation.
Katsumi already felt that Mizuki was about to throw herself into his arms, cause she was tightly holding her purse in order to prevent herself from acting on her feelings. It was clear that she felt something for him, but not even Mizuki was sure what those feelings were. Admiration or love.
You see, Mizuki, it seems like that's not true. I forgot my password and I can't finish the job tonight.
That's not a problem at all.
Mizuki stood on her toes and glanced at the rest of the desks in the office to make sure they were alone. Then she took his keyboard and typed in the administrator password. Katsumi's computer was unlocked. He saw what Mizuki did, and he knew that she decided to do that because she had no idea how much power she was holding in her hand. On the other hand, she might have done it because she had a crush on Katsumi. In any other case, she would have given it a good thought before giving someone her password. Later that day, since my boyfriend suddenly decided to leave me alone, I had no other choice than to give all my attention to Akiko. She was obviously upset and I had to call her.
Thanks for calling me. I was just about to break my phone into a million pieces. I just can't catch a break.
You can't catch a break? I'm the one with no luck here. Who knows how this will affect me? Tadaki can simply decide not to help me at all.
Oops.
Tell me what exactly happened between you two.
Well, Tadaki saw us together and he thought that I was the one who actually found out who he was and that I wanted to see his reaction. That's why he decided to send his photo and reveal his identity.
He wanted to know where he was standing with you. He took a risk.
I don't know what he wanted to achieve with that. What kind of guy has no courage to approach a girl and tell her he likes her?
The most of them, Akiko.
Sissies. I don't need a sissy as a boyfriend.
That's true, but what are we gonna do now? How should we act? You know I'll have to see him again.
But without me this time. I'm sorry.
I understand.
You should act completely normal, like you don't know a thing.
That's easy for me, but my advice for you is to think about it and give Tadaki a chance. You know that nothing good ever comes from texting. Everybody understands text differently.
Please?
I was finishing my conversation with Akiko when I noticed my boyfriend running across the bridge. He said he was in a hurry to get home. Why would he still be here in the park? I don't know if I can run as fast as him and catch up with him. I ran after him, but he was already far away, so I couldn't catch up with him. I stopped after a few feet and leaned on a tree to catch my breath. I was still following him with my eyes. Rokuro was running, and then he suddenly stopped and hid behind a tree. It looked very weird. I caught up with him and asked him for an explanation. Rokuro, what are you doing? Playing hide and seek with somebody?
You scared the crap out of me. Stand behind me.
Why? Who are you hiding from?
Look over there. Does that guy look like Katsumi to you?
That was indeed Katsumi. I recognized him. He was talking to a middle-aged man. Neither Rokuro nor me knew him. He was wearing a hoodie and kept his hands in his pockets. Then Katsumi took something out of his pocket and gave it to the stranger. He literally grabbed the thing from Katsumi's hands and looked towards us. He saw us, put the hood on, and left pretending to jog.
Come on, let's see what he's gotten himself into this time.
I think he won't be happy to find out that we were spying on him.
He'll understand we mean well. We're friends. We take care of each other.
We ran to Katsumi and got to the point right away. Katsumi, Rokuro and I saw everything.
What did you see?
The man you were talking to, he seemed suspicious.
Oh, well, I met an old acquaintance and stopped to say hi.
Rokuro Akiko and I saw you gave something to that stranger. What's going on?
She has the right to know, even if you don't want to confide in me.
I'll tell you who that was and what he wanted from me. That man, he's the owner of a rival company who wants the insider info on Chatlinx.
The blackmailer?
It's so hard to get rid of them. What did you do?
I did what I had to do. I couldn't let them make my or her life hard, or bother any of my friends.
Katsumi explained his plan to me. He made a way for a virus to run on the blackmailer's computer when they tried to open the data he'd just given. All the data would be encrypted and Katsumi would be the only one with the key. That was the way for him to turn the tables on them. The blackmailer would ask him for the decryption key, and then Katsumi would ask them to leave him alone in exchange for the key. I doubt it will be that simple.
Me too. I'd like you to meet me sometime to talk about this.
Why would I?
Because Rokuro comes from a family of lawyers, and judging by this, you'll need all the legal help you can get. He had nothing to add. He was just looking at his feet without a word. He realized he had bitten more than he could chew. We said goodbye to Katsumi and went to the metro station in silence. A few days later, I got an email from Tadaki inviting me to come to the college as soon as possible and look for him. He wrote that he'd fill me in on the progress of my case. And he also said it would be best if I came alone. I won't tell Akiko Tadaki called me yet. I hope I'll be able to call her and tell her good news about my college enrollment, and nothing else matters. After I entered the building, I noticed a number of freshmen gathered around a prominent stand at the end of the hall. I approached them and saw they were buying clothes with the police academy emblem. I'd never seen the students wear such uniforms, and I suppose the clothes were new. Misaki was right. The police academy is so popular that they decided to make a special clothing line. The high demand did its magic. I'm curious to see how it would fit me. I feel fabulous in these clothes. So sexy. I can't wait for my boyfriend to see me. Tadaki was patiently waiting for me while I was buying clothes. I was embarrassed for not noticing him earlier. Hello, Tadaki. I'm sorry, I got carried away by shopping.
Don't sweat about it. I have to say you chose well. The clothes look great on you. And I hope you'll proudly wear it as a student very soon.
Thank you. You wanted to talk to me? I can't wait to hear what you have to tell me.
Come here, we should go somewhere more private.
He leaned against the wall and started talking quietly.
I think there's a good chance for you to take the entrance exam soon.
Is this possible? Is that the final decision?
It isn't. I filed your request and personally explained your case to the dean. I told him you were my friend and that the college made a technical mistake.
Did they believe in what happened to me and that I'd lost my phone?
Not really. That's the problem. You see, 70% of students has exactly the same excuse for whatever happens.
I can only imagine.
The dean believes me and he entrusted me with your case.
That's a good sign, right? You're on my side. Are you gonna help me?
Of course. Although I expect you to return the favor.
I'll do everything in my power. Just don't ask for something impossible.
Like what?
I'm not rich. I can't...
Don't you even say it. I'd never ask you to bribe me. Please.
Forgive me, but that's the first thing that came to my mind.
What I want from you is to make my date with your friend happen.
Oh, with Akiko? I mean, I suppose you want to date with her, 'cause she was with me last time.
That's right.
You gave me a very hard task.
Mine wasn't easy either.
Tadaki seemed different now. He wasn't ashamed. He didn't seem like a weakling, but like I had no other choice but to call Akiko and tell her I'd wait for her so that we could go home together. It's better for us to be somewhere in public, 'cause I'm sure she'll be mad when she finds out. She'll go on a date with Tadaki because of me. Akiko was impatient to hear the news regarding the college. The fact that I had to admit to her that I used her for my own gain made me sick in the stomach. I could only count on our lifelong friendship and her understanding of my situation.
You survived meeting Tadaki. How did it go?
Pretty well. It's like he relaxed a bit. Our conversation was informal, which wasn't what I expected.
It's good that he was even able to talk. He looked like a scared puppy last time.
You do make people feel like that.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
You know I'd never lie to you. That's the truth, and it's funny.
Not to me. These days, a girl can't find a guy who's just right for her.
It depends.
Fine. Stop bragging and tell me how it all ended.
I just have to check something first. Do you know that I love you so much?
I know. Where's this coming from? What did you tell him about me?
I had no choice, Akiko. I promised Tadaki I'd tell you a few good words about him, and that you'll agree to go on a date with him. Akiko made a creepy face and looked at me with no emotions. She was trying her best not to yell at me. He might turn out to be a cool guy. Some people fell in love like that. They started with being a bit hostile, but after some time, incredible lust developed between them.
Please, shut up!
Akiko, don't make me beg you. Why is it so hard to spend an hour with some guy like Tadaki? My future is at stake here.
I know. That's the only thing keeping me from exploding with anger.
So you're in. Right? Thank you, I love you.
Calm down. People are looking at us.
Yes, Mom. Mwah. I was at home and impatiently waited for Tadaki's email as a confirmation that I'd honored my part of the deal. However, I got his reply the day after. Tadaki sent me the time and date for my entrance exam, and he wished me luck. My life was once again in my hands, and I felt awesome. I wanted to share the good news with my boyfriend first, of course. That's why I quickly dressed up, and on my way to his place, I stopped by the candy shop. I bought a cake we both liked, to celebrate the second chance I was given. He opened the door, sleepy and half naked. Although it had just begun, the day already seemed promising.
I didn't expect you this early.
I'm glad you didn't, 'cause it's not like you to open the door half-dressed. You look great.
You flatter me too much.
I've been a very bad girl, so I brought you something sweet to make you fat and thus less appealing to other girls.
No problem. Give me that. I'm starving.
Easy there, Tiger. First, you should congratulate me.
On what?
Why did you suddenly turn pale?
I'm trying to connect the dots. The candy and the good news.
I'm not pregnant, silly.
I panicked there for a moment. What is the good news then?
Tadaki informed me that my appeal had been granted. I will retake the entrance exam.
Bravo! Congrats! I'm so happy for you.
He tugged me tightly, stealing a cake from my hand. He removed the whipped cream from the top with his fingers, and then he tried to caress my hair. I jumped to the side so as to avoid him, but then he lost his balance and fell on the bed. The cake ended up on his naked chest.
Oops, I'm so clumsy.
No problem, sweetheart. I'll clean it up in my own way. First, I collected the pieces of the cake from his belly with my fingers and I licked them up. I could see the thrill in his eyes and it was clear he wanted me to continue. I put my hair up, inspecting his firm body with my tongue. Then I licked the cream off my lips and kissed him.
Am I delicious?
Very.
You can go on. But first, promise me that you won't be the only one whose appetite was satisfied today.
I would never deny you that pleasure, sweetheart.
Thanks, I like the attention. It's my turn to repay the favor. I'll make us breakfast. And then you'll promise me that you'll give your best to pass the exam.
Now I've got the motivation I needed. I won't disappoint you.
I'll have to stay away from you in the following days. I don't want to disturb your concentration.
You won't, don't worry. You're making me happy. And when a girl's happy, the whole world belongs to her.
You can do anything you set your mind to. Even to make the college administration question their decision. I'm so proud of you.
Your support means a lot to me.
You'll always have it. I'm just glad that your situation is going in the right direction. Everything else is uncertain.
It's gonna be okay. We just need to believe that. He knew what I was getting at, and he wouldn't comment on it further. We spent a couple of hours more together, and then I went home to study. The previous day, Akiko kept her promise and went out with Tadaki. She was discontent with his blackmail and she couldn't hide it.
How much longer do I have to stay with you? Until you satisfy your ego and decide to help out?
First, I'm not doing this to feed my ego. Second, she would have gotten a chance to take the entrance exam again anyway. The decision didn't depend on my vote. I lied in order to get a date with you.
Too bad I wasn't there to see it. As Akiko told me later, she stood in front of him, as short as she was, and jumped up to reach his cheek. It was funny and cute at the same time. Tadaki could surely anticipate that and stop her, but he nevertheless allowed her to vent her rage. He kept her hand on his cheek and kissed it.
That calmed her temper.
Your hands are cold.
Let go of me.
Why are you trying to resist it, Akiko? I'm the same guy you used to chat with while half of the world was asleep. My poems were truthful.
Even now when I listen to you speak, you sound so poetic. But I will need more than that to believe you.
We have all the time in the world.
I don't plan to pamper with you and spend more time with you than necessary.
We don't have to talk. We can walk, enjoy the surroundings. I can smell your perfume and daydream.
You're a hopeless romantic. Too bad romance is not my thing. I was just pretending that I liked it when we chatted.
There, you had a secret too. Unconsciously, you wanted to open up your heart, no matter how hard you tried to remain cold. That can't be forced.
I ended up hurt every time I opened my heart to someone. I'd rather stay the way I am.
I can help you feel again, Akiko. I get you.
I have to go.
Akiko left Tadaki by himself. He watched her leave, knowing that he had said the right thing. Akiko felt a rush of emotions, which scared the hell out of her. We all go through something like that in our lives. However, when we allow ourselves to be overwhelmed by those feelings, we realize that we would wither without them. Katsume knew well how to cover his tracks, and that was why he always worked alone. Except for that night when Mitsuki helped him out by giving him admin privileges. That left traces in the system. Mr. Oshiro, Goro Oshiro, noticed the fall of some suspicious activity and logged in after work hours. Having finished watching the camera footage of the office, he furiously banged his fists on the desk. Mitsuki was a diligent, talented, and obedient girl. It was hard to find fault with her, let alone hate her. It was even harder for her father to accept the fact that she had disobeyed him.
Yes, Daddy?
Mizuki, lucky you I had to go on a business trip, or else you would feel my wrath.
Dad, I don't know what I did wrong.
Of course you don't. If there was something in that little head of yours, you would have what to think with. What were you doing at the office out of work hours?
I don't... It must have been easier to study there. It's pretty calm in the afternoon. It helps me
I wouldn't say it's just that. You brought your boyfriend? Since when is that smart-ass Katsumi your boyfriend?
No, Daddy! We're not dating! I don't have a boyfriend. Boys are the last thing on my mind.
Cameras captured everything. The minute he smiled at you, you gave him the administrator password. That created a serious security breach. Are you even aware of what you had done?
But... he told me and that you would punish him if he didn't finish the job. I just wanted to help him.
To help that punk? Is that the way I raised you, Mizuki?
I didn't have a bad intention, Dad.
Katsumi will be fired and forbidden entrance to all Chatlinx premises. And you, Mizuki, can't find yourself in his company ever again.
As if I have hung out with him till now. I'm not even allowed to chat with my friends or to use Chatlinx. Everything is forbidden to me. I've never disobeyed your orders before. And you still don't trust me.
Goro Oshiro liked it when he had the last word, without any discussion about what must be done next. He gave Mitsuki an order and hung up. She hoped that he had at least heard a small part of something that had been bothering her for a long time. But she never said it out of respect for her father. At that moment, she decided to stand up for herself, because she couldn't let him treat her like a child anymore. She knew how to make the difference between good and bad. With that attitude, Mitsuki slowly started to open up to the world.
I can't let my father control me my whole life, as if I have never done anything well. I'll take this risk and warn Katsumi.
The next couple of days were calm. Too calm. Katsumi expected at least some drama, because he made a mess with the virus he attached to the Chatlinx user data. His blackmailers had surely opened those files by then, but since the sea was calm, he assumed that hadn't happened. That is, he assumed nobody had fallen into his trap yet. After enrolling in college,
Rokuro started preparing for his first exam, and he was boring all of us with legal terms. Akiko survived her date with Tadaki, but she didn't want to tell me anything about it. The morning before the entrance exam.
You're right on time. Good luck today.
Hi, and thanks. Will you be in the classroom during the exam?
No, 'cause that'd be a conflict of interests. Since I stood up for you, it wouldn't be okay for me to supervise your exam.
Right, silly me for asking something like that.
Don't sweat about it. How could you possibly know something if you don't ask? You still have 10 minutes before the exam. Would you like me to stay with you?
Yes, I don't mind your company. It's a perfect opportunity to tell me what kind of questions I should expect.
Frankly, nobody knows that. The professor is choosing the questions right before the exam, but you don't have to worry about that.
I lost my self-confidence after everything that had happened to me. I was so desperate that I used my best friend to secure myself a second chance.
I'm the one to blame for that. I admitted it to Akiko, and now I have to admit it to you. Your appeal was already accepted. I just used my position to convince you I was the one in charge. Please, forgive me. The love for Akiko has blinded me so much, and I had no—
Oh, that's why Akiko doesn't want to speak with me. I've ruined my friendship with Akiko. How will I ever make it up to her?
Leave it to me. I promise I'll do my best. I'm not exactly the best person in the world in her eyes. The wish to go out with her was stronger than common sense.
Just like my desire to enroll in the police academy was more important than anything else.
That's right. When our wishes came true, we saw that the means we used weren't the right ones.
I'll talk to Akiko about everything.
Yes, that's a good idea. Okay, then. I won't bother you anymore. I almost forgot. I brought you a lucky charm.
Tadaki pulled out a cat figurine from his pocket. One of the cat's paws was raised as if it was waving. The cat was known in the Japanese culture as the Maneki Neko, and people believed it brought good luck. I couldn't even dream I'd get a present from Tadaki. I believed he wanted to make up for using his position to go out with Akiko. Thanks, you shouldn't have. You surprised me.
You're welcome. Go now. Don't be late again.
I'm going. See you around.
See you.
A few hours later, the exam was over. I got out of the classroom with a huge smile on my face, because I knew the answer to every question on the exam. The only thing left was to wait for the results. Akiko, Rokuro, and Katsumi were waiting for me in the hallway. Hi, guys. Are you waiting for me, or is this some casual meeting?
Of course we're waiting for you.
We were impatient to hear how the exam went. To tell you the truth, we picked up Akiko moments ago.
You picked me up? What am I, trash to be picked up?
Ugh, someone's pissed today.
She was born that way. Akiko, chill out a bit, at least today.
It's nice to have friends that support me in times like these. I don't need anything else right now. Akiko, there's something I need to tell you.
I know, and it's not important anymore. We can talk about it.
You look optimistic. When will you know the results?
I wish I knew. If I run into Tadaki, I'll ask him.
When will I meet Tadaki?
I shrugged and looked at Akiko. She seemed completely indifferent, as if she had no idea who we were talking about. She expected we'd stop talking about Tadaki. Rokuro drew our attention to something.
Hey, there's Mizuki. She's sitting on the floor. She seems sad.
Is she crying?
Oh no, can we go now?
We can't go just like that, without checking on Mizuki.
It looks like she really is crying. Katsumi, do you have anything to do with this?
Why am I always the one to be blamed for everything?
Once guilty, always guilty. You work with her. You're the one who is seeing her often. I doubt you didn't notice something was going on with her.
Akiko's right. That's why you have to go to her.
Come on, guys, don't mess with me. The last thing I need now is the students to see me comforting a crying girl.
While we were arguing about who'd go to Mizuki, somebody beat us to it.
Who's that guy going towards Mizuki?
It's Tadaki.
There! That has been taken care of.
I looked at Akiko to study the changes to her behavior. She was breathing faster, her eyes narrowed, and her jaw was clenched. Akiko is jealous of Mizuki. She likes Tadaki, but she doesn't want to admit it. Tadaki knelt so Mizuki could see him. When she finally caught a glimpse of him, he stroked her hair, and his hand stopped on her shoulder. Mizuki nodded and gave Tadaki her hand to help her get up. They went down the hallway together. Akiko was obviously jealous.
There, Mizuki found another victim. Katsumi, it seems to me you didn't give her enough attention. That's why—
It has nothing to do with me.
Even better.
We'll ask her next time what upset her.
I need coffee.
I want a strong one too. We went to the nearby cafe and spent a few hours there talking. Meanwhile, I got an unexpected call from Tadaki. He called me to say that I passed the test and that I officially became a freshman at the police academy. I shared the good news with my friends, and we made a toast to our dreams finally coming true. That same evening, Rokuro was sitting on the couch and chatting with us when he heard a noise coming from the room next to his. His dad, a famous lawyer, a man who had always been speaking loudly, was shouting at the top of his lungs, so hard that the framed pictures on the walls were shaking. Rokuro put his phone down and moved closer to the door to hear what was going on.
My father is talking to one of his clients. It seems that the case is stalling, or that my dad has to make a plea bargain. He always hated making plea bargains.
Rokuro couldn't hear the other side of the conversation. He only heard his father, who started convincing the person on the other side of the line that his team of lawyers would do anything to prove the theft of data. During the conversation, he addressed his client several times with Mr. Oshiro.
Oshiro? Where have I heard that before?
Rokuro took his phone to look up Mr. Oshiro on the web when he remembered he read that name somewhere a few minutes earlier.
Just a sec. She mentioned that name.
He scrolled through their group chat and saw the name he was looking for. His father was a legal counsel on the owner of Chatlinx, Mizuki's. Rokuro eavesdropped until the end of the conversation. He then called us for an emergency meeting. His dad wouldn't be at home, cause he'd be too busy coming up with a plan to make one kid's life miserable forever. Katsumi's. Everyone accepted Rokuro's invitation to his place. Actually, almost everyone. For some reason, Akiko canceled at the last moment. She said she was. That really hit me close to home, and I thought about visiting her. It seemed like she had her heart broken once again, and she needed me. Knowing her, she'd never ask for my help. Cause she wanted to give me some space to be with my boyfriend.
Come on, what's with the long faces? Nobody died.
It's hard to get rid of me, and it's even harder to keep me.
Katsumi made himself comfortable on the couch and crossed his arms. He looked straight at Mizuki, who got embarrassed because of his look. I was the only one to notice that. Rokuro, Akiko called and said she won't be able to join us at tonight's seance.
You call this a seance?
Haha, honestly, it does look like that. Actually, it's more of an intervention.
What's going on with Akiko? Is she... am I the problem? Or...
It doesn't matter, Mizuki. That's something you and Akiko have to figure out. We gathered here to help Katsumi.
Oh, how silly of me. To think that we'll finally criticize someone else. You're always on my tail.
That's right, and we will be until we get you on the right track. If we fail, we're going down with you.
And now what?
Here's the deal. Mizuki, I found out that your father, Mr. Oshiro, is gonna sue Katsumi for data theft.
Oh, damn it, Mizuki! You didn't tell your father that you gave me the password, did you?
I had to. They had everything on camera.
Bravo, both of you.
Mizuki couldn't care less. Her pops will protect her, while Katsumi's butt will be on the line. Get ready for a cold cell, man.
Rokuro, buddy, your father is an acknowledged lawyer, one of the best in town. Can't he do anything for me? Anything at all?
You can get out of this mess if Mr. Oshiro drops the lawsuit. We all know who in this room can influence his decision.
Mizuki was sitting with her head down and looking at her palms. She didn't notice our eyes on her, but she looked up once we all stopped talking. We were waiting for her response.
Me? You want me to convince my father to drop the lawsuit?
Yes, Mizuki. Who would want to ruin a guy's life and send him to prison only because he played hacker?
Mizuki, your father probably only wants to scare Katsumi.
Oh no, no! You don't know my father. He's not joking around. There's nothing I can do.
Won't you even try to convince your father to talk to you and forgive Katsumi?
He won't listen to me because I betrayed him. I'm an accomplice in all this.
Well, let's say our goodbyes, guys. It was nice knowing you all these years. I'm going straight to oblivion now.
Don't be like that, Katsumi.
All I can do is eavesdrop on my father whenever he talks to Mr. Oshiro. Although, that's only one side of the conversation.
I'll try to be in the office at the same time as my father. That way, I'll hear what he's talking to his lawyer.
We're eavesdropping with a glass on the wall in the digital age. Can't believe this.
If you had been doing that instead of hacking, you wouldn't be in this situation now. Let us do this the best way we know how. We don't want to leave traces online.
I agree.
Listen, there's one more thing I could do.
We're all ears.
I hope it's not more illegal stuff and cheating.
No, I was thinking about admitting my crime. And accepting the punishment for it.
We all went silent. We knew what it meant. Katsumi's life would never be the same.
Why are you so silent?
Hey, I got an idea. What if Katsumi traded the information he has now?
I can see how that's legal.
We're going around in circles.
Wait, I want to hear what she has to say.
Thanks, Katsumi. It's time to rat out the ones who were blackmailing you. And let Chatlinx deal with them after that.
That's it. And I'll ask them to drop the lawsuit in exchange.
It could work.
That option should definitely be considered. My father can't wait to blame somebody for the mistakes he made in the security system.
Katsumi was obviously upset. He was looking at the floor trying to appear calm, but his hands were telling a different story. He was cracking his knuckles and wrists. I was sitting next to Rokuro, and I could only observe Katsumi's fight with himself. I wanted to console him. Katsumi, sometimes it's necessary to pass your battle to someone else.
The truth will be revealed, and then it's up to Mr. Oshiro to justify himself and his reasons for gathering users' data.
Misaki had nothing to add because she was in a tricky position. Her father and her friend she had feelings for were at odds. However, she wanted to console Katsumi too. She approached him and put her hand. I twitched, surprised by her bold reaction. I saw that Misaki couldn't wait to get closer to Katsumi, but I didn't allow myself to be annoyed by that. Katsumi and I had something special, but that was only friendship. I had no right to hold a grudge against each one of them. I paid all my attention to Rokuro. I sat on his lap and kissed him. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Katsumi watching. Misaki noticed that too.
Excuse me, but I really have to go home now.
Fine, I'll walk you to the door.
Katsumi and I were left alone for a moment.
Rokuro and you look like a great couple. It's a real shame I'm like this. Damaged goods.
I like Rokuro very much, and you're my friend, and I'm worried about you. You're not damaged goods, you're just nuts. That made him smile. The conclusion of our discussion was that Rokuro was supposed to make the next move and present our idea to his father. It was already pretty late, and my boyfriend didn't want me to go home alone. It became a bit cold outside, and I stayed close to him as we were talking. I liked the warmth and the closeness of his body. We were looking at the shop windows and stopped in front of a clothing shop.
Look! I have a similar hoodie to this in the window.
Shut up. You wear a hoodie for girls?
Nice one. No, I don't wear a hoodie for girls. This one is very similar to a hoodie I bought recently. We'd be a great couple if we showed up somewhere in matching outfits.
Yeah, we'd be a really cute couple.
You should try it on. Let's go inside. The shop closes in a couple of minutes. You don't want to miss your chance.
It's worth taking a look. Maybe there's one in your size. Look at me. The hoodie fits me perfectly.
You're cute. Next time, I'll wear mine too.
It's great that you noticed it in the window. And I bought it just before the shop closed.
We were in the right place at the right time. It looks great on you.
Thanks, love. I'd do anything for you. I came back home somewhere around midnight. I talked to my mom about Akiko, and she told me I was the one who should call her and apologize first. I listened to her advice.
The next day, we were all living our lives and dealing with our problems, but we never forgot about Katsumi. We were all scared by the thought that one day we might not be able to see him anymore. Mizuki was in the office. She was standing next to Katsumi's desk, recalling the time when they were working together. That's when she got interrupted by a phone call from Rokuro.
Hello, Rokuro.
Hello, Mizuki. Please listen to me very carefully.
All right.
I hope you can talk. Sorry I didn't ask.
It's okay, Rokuro. I'm alone in the office.
Great. Although it would be safer if you were somewhere else.
Never mind. I suppose my father already knows what you're going to tell.
Well, sort of. I talked to my father and tried to explain Katsumi's situation to...
I'm sure it was as if you were retelling him a movie plot.
There would be plenty of material for a sequel, too. Also, I said that Katsumi was willing to talk to him and Mr. Oshiro.
All right, then. Do I need to make an appointment for Katsumi to visit my father?
Yes, ASAP. And not only that, it's important that you do your part of the job, too.
I'm not really sure what you mean by that.
You're acting as if you hadn't been present last night when we talked about it. You need to confirm everything I said to my father. The stories have to match. The information we provide in exchange for dropping the lawsuit.
Understood, Rokuro. I'll do as you say.
I have full trust in you, Mizuki, because I know how much Katsumi means to you.
Is it so obvious?
I'm not judging you. I'm just saying we're on the same side.
That's right. I'll talk to you later when I have more information.
Deal. We'll tell Katsumi then. Don't tell anything to anyone before that. Plans usually fall through in such cases.
Talk to you later. I have to call my father. I'll do that for Katsumi only. Although I believe my father's so angry.
Mizuki, you kids. What are you up to? Chatlinx is not a playground. You know that.
Dad, I know you're upset, but I believe you'd like all this mess to end once and for all.
Of course I would. No one will see any good from reputation such as ours is now.
Katsumi would like to have a meeting with you so that he could give you some info on the blackmailers. In return, you would drop the lawsuit.
I have no intention of seeing that fraud, nor do I want to listen to it.
Mizuki's heart started to ache so badly because of her father's answer. She felt hurt because he was calling Katsumi a fraud, and that inevitably meant she was not to be seen in his company ever again. That prompted her to make her next move.
Dad, I understand you're upset. And what if I tell you who's responsible? Will you listen to me?
Speak.
And you'll drop the lawsuit against Katsumi?
All right, as long as I don't have to look at him.
Mizuki had to think quickly. She said the name that first came to her mind, and she didn't have the time to think about the consequences.
If you want to blame it on someone, you should know something. An assistant professor from our college is the one. All I know is that his name is Tadaki.
That will suffice. I'm glad to have my daughter back.
Goro Oshiro just hung up and got back to business. Mizuki's heart was beating like a drum, but she managed to keep her voice cool so that her father wouldn't suspect she was lying. Luckily, she wasn't standing face to face with him. Everything was easier over the phone.
Oh God! I said it! At least I protected Katsumi.